What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. A link will be in the description box below, as usual. This video is entitled Are Black Men Reevaluating Black Love? I did a video talking about black men are doing inventory. Similar, but more so in relationships. You know, I think when men and women sit down, men and women haven't really sat down and had this conversation where the men are actually heard out. I mean, in a way where you can actually come to an agreement. Because financially, we're reevaluating black love. And the reason I said it is because, say the last few decades, the black community has been more so pushing for the betterment of the black women and the black female. So that's who's been supported to get education and get incomes and everything. So now, and I've talked about this before, where these women have got their degrees, who've got their jobs, and unfortunately they got the debt that goes with it. Now they're looking for the men in their community, probably in their age group or above their age group, who the community didn't invest in, to be their protectors and providers when they were basically given a leg up over the guys. So I think that makes men reevaluate black love, because at the end of the day, what you're saying is the community can invest in you, and you don't owe any responsibility to paying the community back, for one. And for two, what you want on the back end is for the men to help you wipe out your debt under the umbrella of love, right? And I think black men are reevaluating that. I think that's going to be an issue, because what's going on is, at the end of the day, you got a situation where financially guys ain't with it. Like, some guys look at marriage, you can't, even if they love a person, they can't afford to marry them because of their debts, right? And we don't take that into consideration, because I think some of our position as black men, some of our positions as black men, people just feel like we should just take the L. And I don't think a lot of black men are at that space where they're going to do that. Moving on. As far as, we're evaluating the masculine feminine dynamic. Like, the men who are masculine want feminine women. And it seems to be there are more masculine women thinking that masculine men have to accept them being masculine, because that just goes with the territory. And the guys are like, no, actually, I'm not taking that. I don't accept that. And I think that's a problem. I think seeing black men reevaluate, I don't want a grown woman over 30 rocking sneakers and skinny jeans and a tight t-shirt, and who doesn't know how to walk like a woman in heels, or wear a nice evening dress, or even be feminine in the house. You know what I'm saying? I think guys are reevaluating that. It's like, I don't need all this attitude. I don't need a woman who got more tattoos than Lil Wayne. It's not cute. Even if you got a banging body and a pretty face, it's not cute. And I think, it's really creating boundaries. Like, everybody has their type of person that they're gonna like, and there are always exceptions to the rule, but I'm just talking in generals. I think at the end of the day, we have this issue where, how can I put this? Kids and families. I think brothers are reevaluating black love, because if you're dealing with a woman with kids, we're reevaluating getting involved with women with kids, because of the relationship they may have with their child and that child's father. And we're trying to say, okay, if they're not doing right by that guy or right by that child, it's like, well, you're not going to do right by me just because right now you like me. So I think that's also an issue. I think black men are reevaluating the provider role, and not necessarily not the protector role, but the provider role, because if you're at a certain age, you've approached a lot of women, you've dated women, you spent a lot of money on women, and I think men financially look at the cost, the cost of women, and there are guys who figure like the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Like you spent a lot of money on women for nothing. They had, and a lot of women are so accustomed to men treating them that they're so far gone when it comes to treating men. So you look at it. We look at it from a different perspective. Like, what am I getting out of this? I mean, and I'm not talking, and forget the sexual part. Like, what are these guys getting non-sexually from these women? From you ladies. What are guys getting non-sexually from you? And if you think that you can approach men the same way you approach women, well, I say you look cute today. Oh, you killing it out there in them jeans and that t-shirt. Ooh, I like your skin. No. Guys don't care about that. Like, what are you actually, what that is not support. That is not effort. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's another reason why we're reevaluating, black men reevaluating black love, is because we've reevaluated or evaluated or took inventory of the amount of effort that our women put into us when they're with us, whether it's just dating or in a serious relationship. And with these women, the effort that they expect from their men towards them is completely different than the effort that they expect from themselves to give out to the men that they date. And so guys, reevaluate this thing. Family dynamic, as far as not kids but family, I think that comes into play also, because I think a lot of people don't want to talk about a lot of men inheriting these ladies' families, and sometimes it's good, but sometimes it's bad. And people are reevaluating. I could be with you, but I can't deal with your family. Like, I don't need your siblings here every other day. I don't need this atmosphere every other day. I don't need, this is not comfortable. Some people who you might live better than their family, and so their family look at your house as the spot, and they want to come to your house all the time. It's like, why don't y'all just get your own house? That type of stuff. I think that's a cause for reevaluating black love, because that's happened plenty of times. And the ideology of taking in a woman, men take in women all the time, and it's like, how can I say this? Women want to be taken in, want guys to take them into their household, but don't necessarily want to do any housewife type duties. They just want to just be there. And whether, even if they're working women who want to pursue their own dreams and aspirations, guys reevaluate the ability. We're reevaluating the ability to produce for a family. And ultimately, I think guys are reevaluating black love because from a male perspective, women are absent of loving black women are absent of loving black men. It's, you might feel like you might love us in your head, You might love us in your heart. You might love us in your words. But your actions, no. No. Your actions are lacking of love. And the problem is, the effort you put into hating us or trying to emasculate us comes on very fast. Like you got that down pat, or trying to call the police, or whatever dysfunctional things that is dysfunctional between men and women, you've got that energy and effort down pat. But as far as the loving, nurturing, caring energy, nah, man. Like I guess your love needs to go to therapy to learn how to love again or something. I don't know. But this is just my thoughts on this one. I got shit to do. We out. Peace. Yeah.